Hello everybody, happy Saturday morning. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are sleeping in today. Maybe some of you are up actually having to work. Some of you are getting ready to get out and get into the streets for whatever reason. As always, when I am out in public, I ask that you forgive me for any ambient or background noises that will chime in as I move through the video. It's going to happen, whether you hear the music, whether you hear people talking, whether you hear machines, whatever happens. Just forgive me. You should still be able to hear what I'm saying clearly and follow along. I'm not going to be on here long. I want to talk about pursuing your dreams and living in your dreams and embracing your fulfillment. You know, one of the things that I get a lot when I'm working with Christians, and I get it in other areas, but Christians have a real high proclivity to take scripture out of context and actually talk themselves into a mediocre existence or a powerless existence. And one thing that I have brought to me a lot when I'm trying to work with Christians is when I get on them about their complacency, the first thing that they talk to me about is contentment. You know, Paul say, I've learned in all things to be content. And I say, yes. What he's saying is that ability to find contentment in the most difficult of moments, in the hardest of moments, is what provides him his stability. But please understand that there's a difference between contentment and fulfillment. Contentment is what stabilizes you while you're working towards fulfillment. Contentment is never meant to hold you in the position you're in. It's meant to provide you with stability and joy while you're in that moment. In other words, the joy that comes along with the capacity to become content in situation is simply meant as a stabilizer. It's the capacity to be able to experience happiness and joy no matter where you're at. And the vast majority of that happiness and joy is based on the fact that you can see in your vision what's coming. The contentment is built upon the idea that you know this is temporary. It is never meant to hold you in a place of stagnancy and mediocrity, and it's never meant to make you comfortable. That's another thing. Contentment is not comfort. Contentment is the capacity to say, okay, this is where I'm at now. Don't get myself caught up in a guilt trip. Don't get myself caught up in being depressed. Don't get myself caught up in feeling bad for myself and being a victim. This is just a moment in my life, so I can be content with it because it's not my totality. It's not my future. It's not my destiny. And you know, so hello T, hello Walter, and everybody else that's chiming in right now. Yeah, there's a difference from being content and comfortable. Content says that I'm where I'm at and I'm not going to allow this moment to steal my joy or to shake me or to make me feel bad and feel guilty or make me feel like I'm stupid because of a decision I made. It's where I'm at, but it's not where I'm going. It's not what I'm going to be or who I'm going to be or what I'm going to do or what I'm going to accomplish. It's a moment, so I can be content in the moment because it's temporary. And that is a significant difference between being content and being fulfilled. You don't find fulfillment in failure. You don't find fulfillment in mediocrity. You don't find fulfillment in playing yourself small. You find fulfillment in fulfilling the potential that's associated with your design. Check this out. Studies, a number of them, studies have proven that about 85% of people wake up every morning and go to a job that they hate, doing something that they hate. And what I'm telling you now is if you're waking up if you're one of those 85% that are waking up every morning, going in and working for someone else, and you absolutely hate your job, or you're not fulfilled in your job, you're simply content, or you've become comfortable in it, but you're not happy and fulfilled in it, you're committing spiritual suicide. What do you mean? Remember, we're spiritual beings before we are physical beings. We are spiritual beings, and ultimately that's who we are, and that's the core of what we are. In that spiritual reality is a desire that you can't explain. Now, you may have hid that desire, you may have quenched that desire, you may have buried that desire, but it was placed there by the Creator, and that desire is associated with your design and your purpose. And every time that you wake up in the morning and you go do something and it's not associated with that design, you create these voids of emptiness in your life that you struggle to fill. You start filling it with alcohol, you start filling it with drugs, you start filling it with being sexually promiscuous, you start filling it with buying things and owning things. You study trying to fill this void you're creating by operating outside of your purpose, but that void is actually the ghosts of your spirit that's dying because you're not feeding it through fulfillment. You're going in every day and working harder on your job than you are on yourself. We have got to come to an understanding, and we've got to get to a point and actually come to a knowledge of self and understand who we are, be able to evaluate our purpose, be able to take an inventory of who we are and determine what we were meant to do, what is our design. Because what I can tell you is not one person on this planet was designed to be mediocre. Not one person on this planet was designed to be average. Not one person on this planet was designed to just be here and exist or to just survive. Suffering is not your lot in life. There's been a great deal of value and honor given to suffering. Suffering is not your honor in life. While there is going to be some suffering, while there's going to be some pain, the thing is, pain is unavoidable. It's going to happen. Trying to hide behind comfort, trying to hide behind low risks, it's not going to stop you from reaching. Pain will come find you where you're at. You can go into the most safest situation. I'm just going to get me a job, get me a one-bedroom apartment for $300 a month, get me a job at Whataburger, become a manager there, I'm going to be fine. Pain will still find you. You're going to lose a loved one. You're going to have car problems. You're going to have situations that will take you out of your comfort zone and cause you pain. That's going to happen. This is what I tell people. Since you're going to have pain anyway, you might as well get some yardage out of it. You might as well get some out of it. So what I'm saying is go out there and make sure that when you're going through pain, you're going somewhere. Get some yardage out of your pain. Real quick, what I want to talk to you is about what the actual title is about. Succumbing to a fragile ego. And I get this a lot with women. I get a lot of women who have these big old personalities. Now, it happens with men too, especially with men who are working on jobs where their personality, their capacity, and their spirit is bigger than their employers. But I see it a lot in relationships where women are with men who have fragile egos. And so what happens is every time they get this great idea, this great vision, they just want to really share it. And I mean, the one person that you're supposed to be able to share what's happening in your spirit with is your mate. You're supposed to be able to go to your spouse and sit up and say, baby, man, I'm finna do this. I'm about to do this. And they sit up and say, baby, let's go do it. Not good luck. Let's go do it. When you got the right mate, the mate is going to help you facilitate your vision. They're going to see your visions are connected anyway. Once you become one, your visions are connected. There's a process where one is upholding the vision with their spiritual power. The other is literally birthing the vision through their spiritual womb. And that's taking place. But when you got somebody with a fragile ego, meaning that anytime that you seem bigger than them, they get all in their feelings and they get upset, and there's these problems that arise in the relationship. If you're that person on the job or in the company, you got a partner that anytime you seem to be rising in your moment, they get in their feelings. Well, it starts to train you to shrink. It starts to train you to succumb to the fragility of their ego. So you start trying to play small to make them comfortable. The problem with playing small is that you're practicing being small and you're developing small habits. And before you know it, you will be behaving small and you will no longer even be experiencing the excitement of the visions that created the situation in the first place. You got to practice consistently what you want to be. So when you're looking at your situation and you're envisioning what what's going on in your mind, and you're starting to say, I can live this, and you're starting to believe in it, and you're starting to change your behaviors, you're starting to develop new habits, you're starting to work harder, you're starting to come in early and leave late, you're developing that person that's going to go out and do this thing. And then you look up and somebody's upset about it, they're not happy about it, they can't work with you on it, they done retreated back into a corner, and now they feeling some kind of way about you feeling good about yourself. You can't shrink back. What you're in, and you may not be willing to admit, is you're in a toxic relationship. Somebody that is going to suck the life out of you. Somebody that by their very nature is making you sick. When you're in a relationship with somebody who is truly intent on being a contributor to a relationship, they're happy for you when you have moments of happiness, and they feel your pain when you're hurting. They are willing to pour into you in moments where you're not willing to pour into yourself. It's a mutually beneficial situation. You're willing to give to them and pour into them, and they're willing to give to you and to pour into you. Anytime that you're in a situation where your joy and your anticipation of something exceptional and phenomenal makes the other person uncomfortable, you need to reevaluate the situation. But the one thing that you absolutely cannot do is succumb to the fragility of their ego. Far too many people never achieve the full potential of their design because they're too busy making other people comfortable. You've got to be willing to be the oddball, because see, the oddball is the person that's operating in rare air. The oddball decided that they were not comfort in meandering through the maze of mediocrity. The oddball decided that it just didn't feel right being okay with dwarfed goals and colorless dreams and muted visions. They decided that I'd rather get out here and take some risk and deal with the discomfort of being alone sometime, but experiencing reward and most definitely experiencing fulfillment. That's where the oddball ends up operating. If you got too many people cheering you on and saying you're just awesome and you're great, but you're not feeling fulfilled, it's because they're not celebrating your success. They're celebrating your mediocrity. They're celebrating the fact that you're average. They're celebrating the fact that you're making them feel good with their mediocrity and their complacency. And they are going to celebrate you because celebrating you makes you comfortable, makes you feel cared about, makes you feel recognized. But it's not about being recognized. Success is not about being recognized. Success is about whether or not you are making an impact on the world at a massive level, and it's providing you with fulfillment. Now the money will come, the things will come, the house will come, the car will come, but that's not what it's about. It's about being able to touch lives. It's about being able to walk into a situation and say, man, I wish it was something I can do about it. But that's not what you're doing now. Well, being successful means you walk into that situation and you got something you can do about it. Being successful means you are no longer helpless in your passion to be a contributor in this world. That's what success is. I'm gonna leave you with this. It's time for us to grow up and go out and get it. To sell out. To get some yardage out of the pain that we are going to inevitably experience. Stop letting failure or the fear of failure stop you. I mean, I've had the moments, man, where I was going out to do something and it wasn't in the area of my expertise, but I saw it and I said, man, that's something I want to do, and I'm gonna go out there. And I had people tell me, you never did that before. You just always jumping out there and doing stuff. You ain't never did that before. You ain't gonna succeed. You gonna fool around. You gonna fail. Well, the one thing I know I'm not gonna do is fail, because I'm not gonna quit. But what I probably might do is run into some difficulty because I'm operating in a space that I am not an expert in. So I'm doing some things that I'm not familiar with, and I'm trying to get to know some people and connect with some people that I've never had to connect with before. And I'll get out there and I'll have some rough moments, and they'll come up to you and they'll say, I told you you shouldn't have got it there. Look at you, I told you and they're looking at me, and that wasn't a smart decision, was it? I say, look, it all depends on how you define smart. You know, if I'm a person that was looking for comfort and ease, if I'm a person that was looking for something to just pop together and work and just take off, if I'm a person that was looking for it just to run smoothly, then no, it was not a good decision. And yeah, it would be considered dumb. But see, I'm not a person like that. I'm a person that believes you want something, you go out and get it, and you deal with the discomfort that comes with getting it. So as far as I'm concerned, the first thing that goes through my mind when some chump like you walks up and starts reminding me of what you told me and how difficult it is, I just simply say, at least I did it. I always will be able to say when something comes to me and I feel like doing it, no matter what comes after that, I'll be able to say I did it. Because I'll never sit on it. I'll never walk around hoping and wishing or trying to develop the courage or the rationale or the reason or whatever to go out and do it. If it's something I feel is going to do and I can see the benefit of doing it, I'm going out and I'm going to do it. If I find the right people to help expedite it and it runs smoothly, great. If I have to fight my way through failure after failure to learn how to do it, that's great too. What's going to happen is it's going to get done. That's what I want you to get you to understand. Stop looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. Stop looking for the quick fix. There's no quick fix. Stop trying to find the comfort zone. There is no comfort zone. Everything that you're going to achieve that's worthy of achieving is going to happen outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to be willing to take risks, go out there, be willing to feel pain, be willing to experience failure, be willing to step out there and have people laugh at you, be willing to step out there and experience delay and difficulty and obstacles. All of that's going to be a part of your success. But what I can tell you is if you invest in yourself, if you sell out and you bet on yourself the way you bet on other people, if you work on yourself as hard as you're working at your job, you will get it. 85% show up to work every day hating what they do, but doing nothing about it. Working harder on their job than they do on themselves. And they wonder why change doesn't come. Opportunities don't just show up. Opportunities are the result of an investment in self. That's the real. Trust me. You will be surprised how many things start falling at your feet when you make up in your mind that you're worthy of what you're dreaming of and envisioning, that you were built for it and that you're capable, and you start actually working toward it. The energy that you emit from that confidence is actually faith. It's the belief that God designed you and built you for the battle. So you believe you can do it. See, a lot of my Christian brothers and sisters believe in God. The problem is many of them don't believe in themselves. And the universe responds to self-confidence. God designed it that way. He gave you a design and put your purpose in that design. What he's saying is, I've built you for it, but you got to believe that you're ready. And you can't call me to come do what I designed you to do. That's what many of you are hoping. God's going to fix it. No, he's not. He designed you to fix it. You better get out there and fix it. He designed you to set it up. God is never going to deliver you from the giants he designed and sent you to slay. Never going to happen. I don't care what faith system you're operating in. You're not going to be delivered from your purpose. That discomfort that you're experiencing because you're trying to embrace your purpose, get used to it. This ain't about comfort. This life ain't about comfort. This life ain't about ease. This life is about winning. It's about overcoming. It's about conquering. It's about elevating oneself and living at the level of your design. It's not about ease, not about comfort. Get that out of your mind. Embrace the battle and go out there and win. I'm telling you, the feeling of winning is unsurpassed. That's the ultimate fulfilling, is that you set your mind to go out and do something and you did it. God designed you that way, that the ultimate feeling that you get is doing what you were designed to do. Awesome. Just gives me chills. You better get out there and get it. Oh, and by the way, the link to join the Power Team, I'm telling you, the Power Team, we doing things. I'm getting these people ready to experience the exceptional. You want to join the Power Team, check out that link up there. Get into the Power Team. We're already a week in. We've already had a week worth of coaching, of inspiration, an entire hour of a video conference, of me engaging and talking to you about your inhibitions and your struggles, what's holding you back, and showing you how to deal with it. We're already in there. You better join. I'm telling you, it's happening. This is my commitment to my people. This is something I'm doing for my people. 95% of my clientele in every business, but especially in my life enhancement business, Visionetics, a concept I created, are non-black. So I'm coming to y'all. Wouldn't come to me. I'm coming to y'all. I'm going to bring it. I'm investing in y'all. But all I ask is that you never allow me to invest more in you than you invest in yourself. Get on board. Let's make it happen. I love all you guys. Like I tell you all the time, I'm going to die on E. I'm not leaving anything behind. Les Brown says that the graveyard is the wealthiest place on the planet, and I believe it, man. How many people are dying with visions they never even pursued, inventions in their minds that they never even put on paper, all these dreams, all these aspirations going to the grave. I'm not taking anything with me. I'm gonna get it. What I don't have when I leave this place, I'll still be on the battlefield fighting for. Put the work in. Love you. I'm out of here.